The Bringing Up Bates family has seen their share of challenges, but nothing could have prepared the Bates brothers for what unfolded during the terrifying weekend Hurricane Melissa made landfall. What started as a quick trip turned into a heart-stopping ordeal that had fans glued to updates, praying the boys would make it home safely. When the storm warnings hit, few expected it to escalate so fast. The Bates brothers, Lawson, Trace, and Warden, had traveled to Florida for what was supposed to be a short family project. They were filming new content, visiting friends, and helping out at a local church. But as Hurricane Melissa rapidly strengthened into a Category 4 monster, their plans and their safety were thrown into chaos. A calm morning before the chaos. The vlog opened with Lawson Bates behind the camera, his usual grin replaced by a serious expression. "We didn't plan for this," he said, as palm trees swayed violently in the background. "They're saying the storm's turning inland now, straight toward us. We thought we'd be long gone by now." Trace, standing beside a pickup truck loaded with gear, added, "We tried to get on the road this morning, but highways are closing fast. We might have to ride this out." Fans immediately flooded the comment section with concern. "Please get to safety, don't wait it out. Why are they still there? This sounds bad." Praying for the Bates boys. It was clear from the tone that this wasn't just another travel vlog. It was a real-time account of danger closing in. The storm turns deadly. As the day progressed, the skies darkened and the rain intensified. The brothers took shelter inside a friend's coastal home, sturdy but already showing signs of strain from the wind. Lawson kept the camera rolling, documenting what felt like a scene from a disaster movie. "Y'all, this is insane," Warden shouted over the howling wind. "You can literally hear the shingles coming off." Trace, ever the steady one, stayed near the window, monitoring the updates. "They just upgraded it again," he muttered. "This thing's coming right through our area." Then the unthinkable happened. The power flickered and died. The only light came from their flashlights and the eerie glow of lightning splitting the sky outside. The brothers exchanged looks, silent but serious. "We're not filming for views right now," Lawson said, his voice steady but low. "We're filming in case something happens, so people know what it was like." Faith in the eye of the storm. As the hours dragged on, the storm reached full strength. Trees cracked, branches slammed into the walls, and the roof groaned under the pressure. But through the chaos, one thing was clear: their faith wasn't shaking. Trace gathered everyone into the living room, where the wind screamed outside like a living thing. "Let's pray," he said simply. The camera stayed rolling as they bowed their heads. Lawson's voice trembled slightly as he prayed aloud. "Lord, keep us safe. Keep everyone in this storm safe. Remind us you're bigger than any hurricane." It was a powerful moment, raw, real, and deeply human. Fans later said it was one of the most emotional scenes they'd ever seen from the Bates family. The final call. By late night, communication was almost impossible. Cell towers were down, roads were flooded, and emergency alerts blared warnings to stay inside. But the brothers knew their family back home in Tennessee would be worried sick. Lawson managed to find a faint signal and recorded what he called the final call. "If this video uploads," he said into the camera, rain battering the window behind him, "just know we're okay for now. We've got food, water, and faith. We'll ride it out together." He looked at his brothers and added quietly, "Mom, if you see this, don't panic. We're trusting God." The message was simple but haunting, and for several tense hours, fans feared the worst. The morning after. When the storm finally passed, the destruction was shocking. The once lush neighborhood looked like a war zone. Trees uprooted, cars submerged, and debris scattered everywhere. But miraculously, the Bates brothers were safe. Lawson filmed the aftermath in stunned silence, before turning the camera to his brothers. "We're alive," he said, tears in his eyes, "and we don't take that for granted." Trace nodded, surveying the wreckage. "I've seen storms before, but this one felt different. It makes you realize how fast everything can change, and how little control we really have." Warden, the youngest of the three, added softly, "It's crazy. You go from laughing one day to praying the next. I think we'll all remember this forever." Homeward bound. 2 days later, after roads reopened, the brothers finally began the long drive back to Tennessee. They looked exhausted but grateful, their truck loaded with donated supplies for families who'd lost everything. Lawson summed it up perfectly as they crossed state lines. "We came down here to film a fun project, but God had other plans. Sometimes He uses storms to remind us of what matters most: faith, family, and helping others." The final moments of the vlog showed the brothers pulling into their parents' driveway, greeted by an emotional Kelly Jo and Gil Bates. Hugs, tears, and prayers followed as they shared their story. A lesson in faith and resilience. By the time the video ended, it had racked up hundreds of thousands of views. Fans praised the brothers for their courage, humility, and unwavering faith. "This gave me chills. God truly protected them." The prayer in the middle of the storm? Wow, that's faith in action. So proud of these young men for staying strong. What began as a terrifying experience became a powerful reminder of how faith can anchor you even in the fiercest storm. And as the brothers themselves said, standing under the gray morning sky after the hurricane passed, when the winds roar and the world feels out of control, that's when you remember you were never steering the ship anyway.